Hi, we're in front of the Griffith Observatory, and the Hollywood sign is right here. It's kind of hard to see.
It's hard to see. It's up here. So, yeah.
It's right below, right where I said.
Yeah, it's behind us. So,
yeah, it's right here, below the tower. Yeah,
I see it. Okay.
Hello, yes. I'm Carol Lee.
And I'm Charles.
We're an old married couple who enjoys traveling, cooking, and having adventures.
Together, we enjoy all the wonderful things the world has to offer.
Join us as we discover the wonder about us. Chin chin.
Yeah, so we're at Griffith Observatory today. So, tip, it is incredibly hard to park here. It costs $10 an hour to park.
Rather, you're on the steep hill where you're gonna walk a long ways. So when you see the free parking, there is shuttles. We saw the shuttles after we got up here. So
yeah, but the parking lot that's closest to the observatory had more available spots than the one that was an hour's walk away.
Or even all along the hill. There's tons of spots here at the observatory itself, but it is $10 an hour, just like it is if you park on the hill.
Yeah, it's the same price all over. So come all the way up to the top and save yourself the walk. Yeah,
if you want to pay.
So let's spin around here and see the observatory. Look at that. All right, built in 1896, Griffith, he had both his first name and last name were Griffith, donated the land that became Griffith Park, and then when he died, he donated the money that was used to build Griffith Observatory. I don't know if Griffith Observatory is an actual scientific observatory. It's more like dedicated to education on observatories and astronomy and science in general, so which I think is cooler because that makes it more publicly accessible.
The observatory is free. The museum, all the shows, and all that. So at first you think $10 an hour, but if you were to go to another observatory, you're going to pay $15, $20 a person to see some of this stuff, and then you have to pay for multiple things. So all in all, it's a good value.
Yeah, you do have to pay extra for the show. I don't think it's very much, but the entire museum and observatory is available for free, and it's the park. Yeah. So parking is pretty much your admission to getting in here.
So let's see who the oldest one is and start there. I think this is going to be the oldest one.
No, Kepler's not the oldest one. There's some ancient Greek guys up here, I know.
Oh, 64.
Yeah. There's Galileo. There's Copernicus, who was the first man to posit that the sun revolves around, or the earth revolves around the sun, that the earth is not the center of the universe. I think this is the oldest one. So what time is it on your watch?
3:40.
3:40. What's that? What time is that?
3:41.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate. And I know that our time zone is a little bit ahead of solar time based on where we are at. So that's good. And then there's the observatory. On our way up. Oh, so this is their scale model of the solar system.
Over to Saturn. We missed the first one.
Oh yeah, that must have been Neptune or Uranus.
So it starts here.
Yeah.
So this is very cool because we did at
Anchorage.
At Anchorage, we walked all the planets, and this is really cool because it actually shows the orbit. You can see that these aren't perfectly round; they're like the orbit.
Yeah.
See the different distance on this side versus this side.
Saying every time the moon goes around the sun or around the earth, it puts a shadow. At a certain point, the shadow of the moon is going to fall across the earth. and create an eclipse.
Those planets are much closer together than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah. Relative size.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the small ones.
Yeah, look at how big the Earth is.
How tiny the Earth is.
Yeah.
This is, look at that.
Oh yeah, so if you look through here, see the Big Dipper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Reflected in the stars in the.
Okay, so of course Charles found me near the moon. Since I'm Cancer, the moon child, I was drawn into the moon. And Charles, look, there's a piece of the moon here.
Yeah, look at this. This is a moon rock. So this is an actual piece of the moon. Now, except for things like meteors and stuff that fall on the Earth, moon rocks are the only things that have ever been brought back from outer space. So they're just amazing, I think. I mean, that piece right there probably cost the U.S. billions of dollars to bring back that one piece.
Yeah.
And the number of people that it took to do such a thing is simply amazing. See this camera obscura really quick. Excuse me. This is a camera obscura like the one that I built.
Yeah.
Except that it's on top of the theater and it's projecting its image down below. There's the dome.
Is that you shuttering it?
No, that's the dome. It's too close
Oh, there it goes.
for focus. So what they can do is they can take a sheet of film and just lay it on here and it'll expose it.
Yeah, that's how they used to make the photographs.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Okay.
We can walk and talk.
Yeah.
So Griffith Observatory was pretty cool, but things to keep in mind are you pay for parking by the hour, and if you're going to do like us and you go to 2 theater shows, that eats up a lot of those hours.
Yeah, so we paid for 3 hours and we were rushed. I think and you think, wow, $10 an hour, but when you counter that by 2 people at admission, it's really not that bad.
Right, that's like $15 admission per person, which is not bad at all.
Yeah.
But the big hassle is now we've got to like climb out to the parking lot because they don't have an app or any way to update that. So we wanted to stay for a little bit longer, but hiking back to the parking lot makes it a hassle.
Well, not only that, but remember, only one of the meters that you can pay at is working out of the 4.
And it's got a huge line on it. Oh yeah, there was the orbit of Neptune. So yeah, so I mean the observatory itself is beautiful. Like, I think it's a mix of architectural styles. There's the orbit of Pluto.
See, Pluto's still a planet here.
Yeah, that's right, because it was built in 19. I think that was laid down right after Pluto was discovered. So that's something to keep in mind. Like, it would have been a lot nicer if they had an app. Maybe they need to get an app so that you can update your parking in advance, or maybe take your credit card on hold and then charge you when you leave.
Yeah.
Something like that, like more modernize it.
Or also, you can park someplace else and take Uber up here.
Yeah. Although Uber will probably cost you $20.
There's the red share line.
Oh yeah. so there's that to keep in mind, and another thing that I think they could do better is modernize the ticket purchasing. We just fought our way past the ticket purchasing line for the theater. It took us a long time just to get past that line. And if they had some sort of electronic kiosk, I think that would make things nicer. But in general, this is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful experience. I love that it's an observatory for amateur astronomers, not for scientific researchers, which means that anybody can come and check it out. In about a half an hour, they're going to bring out the telescopes so that anybody that wants to can observe the universe.
And twice a month, I think it is, you can bring your own telescope up and they'll help you set it up, and then you can share it with others if you'd like to as well.
Yeah, it's really an awesome experience. I highly recommend it. They're open until 10 o'clock every night. I recommend you come. Well, they're closed on Mondays.
Yes.
But I recommend coming on a weekday. This place is nuts on a weekend. So, I'm Charles.
I'm Carolee.
Thank you for sharing the wonder about us.